different cheeses for different flavors, because you cut it into quadrants.
Wait,
Makes it a
what
little
the
more flavorful.
Hang on. Now that we're here, we need to let the people know exactly what the fuck is going on here. Did you say that burger to the right was 5 pounds?
Yes. Yes. 5 pounds of ground beef before cooked. Yes.
That's a huge bitch.
Yes.
I did something like that. A restaurant called Denny's Beer Barrel. They had a 2-pound burger challenge. You had an hour to eat it.
Oh no, this isn't even a challenge. This is meant for like everybody wants a
Regular
burger.
consumption.
They don't want to eat a whole burger by themselves.
Oh yeah,
So you kind of this is meant for like a party of 8.
I believe it.
Oh, fuck. Wait, is it actually documented that it is recommended for a party of X number of people?
No. Now you notice. Now you notice. Mine comes out on a plate, standard size. Comes out on a lunch tray with an avalanche of fries,
I believe it.
and it is oh so good. It is worth the. Last I checked, $40 for the bacon cheeseburger one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, your plate is about as big as his patty, so.
Yes, it is. And that bun is made by a local bakery every day, fresh for them.
That
Pretty damn good fish and chips too.
And
The
where
restaurant is
this?
called. This is in Olympia, called Tugboat Annie's.
I just might have to make it out that way to go there.
I will
It'd be nice.
document it for you.
Would be
Yeah.
nice if I could come along, but I've got other things to attend to.
Hey,
Business related.
it's all about the scheduling and the timing. I mean,
Yeah.
can make anything happen.
Yeah.
Did you say they did fish and chips as well?
Yeah.
But are they proper British style chips instead of those long skinny ass things?
No, they're not fried chips. They're not steak chips.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I need to see if they're still open. There's a place up this way, up in Woonsocket, that is actually traditional fish and chips. Like, their menu is literally fish and chips, double fish and chips, or maybe some fried shrimp. But they're good because they actually are the proper chips. They're not as big as what most people would call steak fries, but they're definitely a heartier cut.
So you can see he's been cheating a bit.
Oh, boo.
He barely touched his fries too by the end of it. I was eating more of his fries than he was.
Okay, so it's a 5-pound ground beef patty before cook. How much fries did they give?
I think it's about 2 pounds is what it is.
That's definitely some leftovers then.
Yeah, so it's meant for like at least 4 people. Or 4 meals, 2 days worth if you want to be a lazy bastard.
Here you go. Here's your burgers.
Wow. Also, that is a lot of pickle on that last one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that last one at the very back. That's a 25-pounder.
Oh yeah, I know that place.
That's for a birthday party.
Yes, that's catering. That's for catering.
So the first 3 I can be okay with. But beyond that, it just becomes fucking excessive, man.
This one right here is the 2-pounder, and then it goes up.
Yeah, the 2-pounder I can see.
Oh no! Wait a minute! No! This is the 1-pounder. This is the 2-pounder.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So the challenge starts at the 2-pounder, 3-pounder, 6-pounder, and then goes up.
10, 15, 25.
Pretty much.
Hey, Jade.
What's up?
Yeah, check side chat. Pull that one up.
So while we still have this one here, I have to give them credit for one thing. As the burgers got bigger, they went wider, not taller.
Yeah. And the thing is, it takes longer to cook too. So if you want something beyond 3 pounds, you have to give them advance notice.
Wow.
I can see why.
Yeah, I think they said for the 25 pounder they need at least a week.
God damn.
So, I pulled up the menu. The Barge Burger, 10-inch diameter Annie-style burger made from 5 of our normal-sized patties. A family favorite that feeds many. Cheeseburger is $45. Bacon cheeseburger, $55 now.
Jeez. Oh yeah, I saw that thing you sent there. The
Yeah.
big Texan. I know that
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah, nobody cares about a steak. We're talking burgers here.
You know what? Steak always beats burgers.
Here,
Nah.
I'll get a.
Try.
If I-
Hang on.
There you go.
Try eating one in the middle of a road trip when you can't stop and sit down to eat. Which would you rather have then, a burger or a steak?
But that's the reason why you make time to stop at the Big Texan.
You don't have time though. I'm talking about a situation where you do not have time.
I'm telling you, you make time. I always make time.
But the whole point of a sandwich is you can stick any bit of meat you like in between the 2 pieces of bread to keep your fingers from getting all covered in grease.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why Lord Sandwich invented the damn thing.
But I will say this though. Jack in the Box's prime rib burger is actually pretty
The
decent.
birthplace of the hamburger is Athens, Texas. Look it up.
No, there you go.
Yeah. See, that's where I have the problem because having the tomahawk steak on it is just unnecessary. Have it on the side.
Oh yeah.
Maybe have slivers of it in there,
Well,
like
no,
you do
if-
with the strips of bacon.
No, if you're going to do that, you tend to lose too much of the flavor and texture that way. If you're going to do any sort of shaved meat on a sandwich, you got to go pulled pork.
No, there you go.
And if you're going to do a pulled pork sandwich, you got to do it Carolina style, where you put a nice crispy coleslaw on it too.
That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Oh, the thing being a bitch.
You got to
hate
turn off the porn filter.
No, I hate Google. Google just does not like to play nice with drag and drop sometimes.
Yes,
There you go.
Khalid has a good question there when it comes to that other sandwich. How the fuck do you eat that?
Very carefully.
And that's my thing is if you have a sandwich and it is unnecessarily difficult to eat, why bother?
Mhm.
See,
Oh, no.
this one kind of makes sense to me because why go? This one kind of makes sense because you can cut it up
yeah.
and make it handleable. But this one here, why are you going that tall? Why?
Why not?
Wait a minute, is that fucking glazed?
I think
Is
it's
that a
tomato.
chicken patty in there? So we got the tomato at the
Yes,
top.
that is chicken in there. I
You
think,
got to mix your proteins
Or is
once in
that-
a while, Jared.
or is that provolone cheese? Now I'm confused.
No, so you have a good provolone or Gouda there in the middle, the whiter that is still solid but creamy. It's a question of what meat is above that because that is definitely a protein of some sort, and it doesn't look like beef. It's either that or this is exceptionally greasy.
That's
which
probably
would-
grease.
Which
yeah, it's
would
probably
be a
very
travesty.
greasy.
No, but it's not like that.
Fake food.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's actually been shown that beautiful pictures of food
Oh, yeah.
like this are fucking fake.
Yeah.
And then you have this.
Yeah. Good.
Oh,
30 pounds of burger.
Oh no, you want to make it worse?
Oh no.
you know what though? It is still wider than it is tall.
True.
How animal is that style?
And all the fries you have in it too.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, it all
gotta-
ends up in the stomach anyways.
Jared, how well can we trust midshipmen from
Uh-oh.
Annapolis?
Not very,
Oh no.
Okay, Burns, I got to share
if
my
at
screen.
all.
Get right ahead.
Maybe if it'll let me. Google's starting to already slow down.
Yeah, I hear you.
Does someone need a RAM upgrade?
Actually, no, I don't.
Prepare for ramming speed.
Well, then why the hell does your shit keep slowing down?
It's I need to figure out what in Google Chrome is actually running multiple times in the background and killing it. Problem is, every time I try to do that, I'll end up killing out all of Chrome. So
Okay,
and then it just starts over.
So I have one window open with the Google Meet. I have OBS running. I have Voicemeeter running. I have a pop-out window for the live chat. I have Winamp running. I have Microsoft Edge running with 5 tabs. I have another instance of Chrome running with 10 tabs. I have another one running with 9 tabs. I got another one running with 1 tab. I mean, and my CPU is still only working at 5%.
What do you think? That sandwich with the milkshake?
Oh, the milkshake looks good. But that sandwich, though, they're just...
Oh, this is from
Man versus Food, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it surprise me if the only person or the type of person who actually ends up succeeding in the challenge is typically an officer in the pipeline for the Marine Corps?
You mean that high metabolism? They can eat anything, and they're still
Because they're psychotic gym rats. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with.
Google
With
is
a
just
little
now
bit of
telling me that
murder
I was
hobo on
presenting.
the side.
Wow. So what are you trying to find out what it is that's causing the bottleneck, Jay?
Yep,
Are
I got Task Manager open now, so I'm going to try it one more time. So my Firefox that I'm running, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs open. I'm going to full screen that shot again, and I'm going to maybe present my window if it'll let me. Because
probably
it's frozen. Google's froze.
because you open Task Manager, you're watching it, and it doesn't want to do anything. You've scared it. You've scared Google Chrome.
Chrome is scared of Task Manager.
It is. Because it knows if it gets caught, it's going to get shut down.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We're freezing again. Oh, moved a bit. Now we're freezing again. I also have obviously Discord open. I have 1 tab of Google Chrome open for the Meet. I have the Rodecaster Pro.
And I think we lost him.
Yep. There he goes.
Crash
He killed the wrong
number 1.
process.
There we go.
So did it crash, or did you accidentally close it?
It crashed on me as I was explaining what all had.
Good story, bro.
All right. So, right now, 92% CPU usage, 46% of my RAM being used. Mostly because I have the full screen up. I'm not downloading anything with JDownloader. What else do I have running in the background that might be causing this?
Yeah, you got a resource hog somewhere. You know what, Tech? That meme, if only it were so simple. But the dependas, you can never tell.
Come on, Jay. Be honest. You're downloading porn in the background. You know what it is.
No, that's the other window I had open that I didn't want to talk about.
Let's see. I'll quit the folding app.
Let's see here.
I can get rid of the GoPro webcam right now.
I used to have like 30 tabs of Opera GX open in 3 different windows, but my browser did a bit of a hard crash earlier in the week.
Oh, hang on. Let me check something. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and another 10 tabs that I didn't talk about before.
So now I've got only 6 tabs of Opera GX, including the Meet, on one window. No other windows for GX. I've got Steam. I've got another application. I've got Discord, Task Manager, Virtual Desktop Streamer, Spotify, which just opens on its own, and I don't care to close it. And I'm running a game right now, so...
Nice. Tech, where did you find that image, and is that candle real?
If I find a candle, I'll tell you about it.
Indiana
Okay.
Jones candle.
Full screen. Present. And I'll start playing it again. Just to add to.
Stress.
Yep. So I'm sitting at 38% with 22% being Google.
Sounds about right.
And went down to 26% with 14% being Google. So
That relation of Google
Firefox
being
is-
about 90% of your resources sounds about right.
yeah, but the funny thing is Firefox is being the memory hog.
Oh,
the
yeah.
RAM. But that's again partially because it's processing the video and everything. I do want the fucking shake though. That thing is
yes. I did that. Yes.
I think they have what? Did he explore the one place they had? It's called the kitchen sink. It's a Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's not on this, I don't think, but
No.
That was my roommate.
Yeah, I gotta say, I didn't tell because I was looking at food.
Oh, of course not.
See, it's those priorities in life, Callie. I remember when food is around, you must pay attention.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why, like, everything that's been going on in the world from a military standpoint, some people really forget.
There you go.
So normally I'm not a fan of chocolate when it comes to frozen decadence, but I'd give that a try.
Yep. That's the kitchen sink.
yeah.
Looks like what came out of the kitchen sink.
I'm thinking if I could rotate it up, my guess is probably at least 8 or 9 scoops of ice cream in there easily, if not more.
At least.
I would say 12
And then probably all this whipped cream topping on top.
is a half a can of whipped cream.
Probably.
God damn it, I want a good Sunday now. You fucking bastards.
Hey, it was 93 degrees here today, so shut up.
It was barely bloody 10 degrees here. I wish I could have a little bit of extra bloody warmth.
So it was a little over 20 C, a little over 70 degrees here, but bright sunshine. And
Yeah.
I was helping redo the supporting and subfloor of a mudroom of an old fucking house where nothing was done square. Nothing. Not the floor, not the framework, not the poured cement stairs and footings that were outside that everything was leading to. None of it was fucking level in any way.
Oh no.
And the homeowner and the customer, oh, we want to redo the floor in the kitchen and have it be a seamless transition to the mudroom. One floor coating.
There you go, tech.
It's real. It's real. I need that. I need a link. I need fucking links. I have someone.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we see Jared turn into Gollum.
There we go.
Precious. If only it had the skull inside that then melted at a different rate.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Indeed. Oh, I think I found Grandpa Jared.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Shit.
Hey, hang on.
It's the newly promoted bitch.
Sell the bike.
Sorry, I had to get in a phone room because I'm at the airport. What's up, guys?
I would not be opposed to that. I don't know if I want to have to deal with that many kids, but.
By the way, when you ask fucked or frog, it's kind of both because I'm taking over a work center now.
Uh-oh.
You're already going to second class. You have fun.
I will. I didn't want it. I was asking if I could double it and give it to the next person.
See, this is where you went wrong. You either are wonderfully fucking lucky and tried to screw yourself on the test and fucked it up royally, or you don't know how to answer wrong.
I Christmas treed the fucking test. and I got in the like 80th percentile. I think I haven't checked my profile sheet yet.
How the
Well, you know, even in 50, 50, 90, sometimes you hit that 10%.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I tried on the first half of the test, and I was like, fuck this, the quotas are going to be dog shit, so I Christmas treed the rest. I still managed
See,
to
that's
get
where you went wrong. That is where you went wrong. You Christmas treed. You didn't Christmas tree enough of the test because they actually do weight certain segments of the test differently.
Yeah. So yeah,
so what did
I
you
fucked
learn
myself.
for next? What did you learn for next time?
Christmas tree the entire damn thing.
Yes, if you want to delay yourself a bit and not get promoted, Christmas tree the entire fucking thing. Because they can't take it away because of a poor test result.
They just can't give it to you because of the poor test result.
Right.
Exactly.
You still have to pass the test in order to get promoted.
Bro, last time I got a perfect score on the advancement exam and didn't fucking make it. That was so upsetting, and it just made me not want to care anymore.
Well,
So the Navy just said that you're
about
too much
this.
to try hard.
No, so we warned them about this. So you do end up getting breaks, and there is an ebb and flow between the advancement cycles for E6 and below, because they're done twice a year. So you're going to have a heavy cycle and then a couple light cycles afterwards.
Yep, that's how it's been.
Yeah, and that's where if you, before taking the first test, you want to find out where that exam is in that ebb and flow to know whether or not you should try or gaff it off. Because if they just had a heavy promotion cycle, that's when you kind of want to gaff it off. Because you will annoy the ever-living piss out of yourself if you try on that one and score in the 90th or higher percentile and P&A the bitch. But
Yeah, I
if you,
PNA'd my last one with an 80 on my fucking thing, and I was so mad. And it's like, I got the top score in rate, and it was just like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
yeah, well, here's the thing, though. Here's something to remember. You still haven't achieved what some of us here have, because I was in charge and actually have an eval as the work center supervisor as an E4, with E5s reporting to me.
Mm.
See now, Cal, that is something that a tryhard would actually strive for, but I wasn't given the fucking choice.
I confused the fuck out of like all the Japanese immigration people because they were like, why no stamp in passport? And I was like, and then they just stamped me through.
Well, no. Well, which airport did you fly through?
I'm in Haneda right now. I'm like actively in Haneda.
Okay, so they're used to military transfers, and once they look up and see that fucking haircut of yours, they're like, "Oh, you came here on a Mac flight. Get the fuck away from me."
I didn't. They asked me if I was on orders after he realized he was like a CAC, and I handed it to him. He was like, "Okay, orders," and I was like, "No," because I'm on leave. And he was like, "Okay," and he just waved me through.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Because when you come through customs, when you're on orders, they don't stamp your passport then, because your orders are.
They stamped mine still. They stamped it. Date of departure. Blah blah blah.
On your way into country when you were PCS in?
No, we shipped in. Remember, we homeported.
Oh, yeah. See, when I did my PCS and I flew in the Mac flight, even though we had our passports in hand, none of us got stamped in because it was the orders that got stamped.
Mm. Yeah, no, I was flying off orders. This is leave, so I just decided not to take orders, which I know is stupid on my part.
Not really, because if you take orders in order to do leave on this, because this is the still shit that they pull, that they were pulling when I was there, is yes, it does save you leave days, but then you're fucking working and you're stuck at the recruiter's office. Which if you know the recruiters there and they were cool, then you might luck out. But most of them, they're not going to play that game.
My recruiters were cool when I did HARP.
Is HARP the one where you help them out on your first leave tour or whatever, and then they just tell you to go the fuck away?
Sort of. I did HARP twice.
Yeah, so HARP is that home area recruiting program where in lieu of taking leave, you go TAD to your recruiting office that you shipped out of for a week.
Well, technically, you can still do leave before or after as well.
Yeah.
So I did 2 weeks of leave and then a week and a half of TAD to recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got paid for the last half of the week of second week of HARP. The joys of having off crew.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna go. I gotta go catch my flight. I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next couple of days or so. It just depends. It's gonna be a long fucking flight. I'm flying to Dallas in like an hour.
Hey, Tasty, I can meet you.
That's what, 13 to Dallas?
12.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I arrived at 7 a.m.
How long's your layover in Dallas, Tasty?
Like an hour and 15 minutes.
So just enough time to get to your next plane.
Yes.
It depends. If it's
No,
I'm global entry though. I'm global entry.
Oh, they'll have carts for that. You'll be riding on one of those little limo golf carts.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
So going from an international to domestic exchange like that, an hour is about enough time for Dallas.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Denver's pretty big too,
Let me check my fucking tickets.
and
Dallas,
in
Florida.
Denver
That's
we
my
don't have
last
those
ticket.
little golf carts. You have to walk everywhere.
If you're going into Terminal A and you end up having to depart Terminal D, then yeah, you're gonna need that hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead, in Denver, what we have is a miniaturized subway that just stops between the three
Dude,
terminals.
isn't the Denver airport with the one with the crazy paintings that like represent totalitarianism or whatever?
No. There's a lot
No.
of conspiracy theories about the airport. It's all
In the
bullshit.
FEMA camp nearby. I don't know.
FEMA camp, internment camp, it's all the same thing, really.
Later, Casey.
I'm gonna see y'all later.
See you,
Yeah,
Tasty.
Yeah, Denver is an interesting airport. One of the things that actually makes it the most interesting and feeds into those conspiracy theories is just the sheer amount of open land that is right there at the airport. Like, it's probably a 20 to 30 minute drive from the airport to downtown at highway speed.
Yep. But let me tell you, coming in at the near midnight in Denver during a thunderstorm can be quite entertaining.
Hey, it can be downright fatal in Dallas.
Any landing in Dallas you walk away from is a success.
Hey, but the ones in thunderstorms are the ones that are really impressive, though. Because those are the ones you don't know if you're going to be pushed down into the ground before the freaking before you hit the lane before you hit the tarmac.
Oh no, the fun one to land and weather in, if we want to talk about just Texas airports, El Paso.
Oh,
Because you've got the mountains right there to amplify that downdraft.
Oh yeah. Though every time I went through El Paso, it was a pretty calm day.
Some beautiful landscapes out that way, though.
oh, it is, and then it's just barren everywhere else. We just have that one little hawk of mountain.
Yeah, and isn't it like 50% of that stretch of the mountain range is government land?
I don't know.
No, don't worry.
Oh, jeez.
It's still an apt description of, everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Oh.
Every legislature in existence.
Fuck.
How'd you get the beans above the?
Oh. That,
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
what the fuck?
Okay.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Cal, tell
Something
me.
caught in a zipper.
Yeah, he caught something in the zipper, right? And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was something fleshy.
We got a bleeder!
He was masturbating. He was masturbating.
I like this one.
That is how you mark that one.
Oh, I would mark that way.
That is a handsome receptionist right
Yeah.
there.
The cat.
Fucking packing tape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying to find that damn tape edge.
Packing tape fucking sucks.
Yes.
That is the one thing that'll teach you. Do not cut your fingernails too short, because having just that little bit of extra length comes in handy.
Yeah.
Mr. Clippy's back.
I don't recall authorizing him back. I'll have to talk to Bill Gates about that.
God damn it. Who told Steve he could let him back out?
also enjoyed their movie on here on the plane. Me also enjoyed their movie 2 Rows Back.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing FIFA though. That's not. Is that really a movie?
Probably not.
Could be a soccer movie.
I will say this though. Last year, the reason why
The
I
porcelain
watched
throne has ascended.
It's called the Shadow instead of the Shuttle.
The shadow.
those windows better go opaque when you flip a switch in there.
Oh, they go opaque.
Opaque.
They go opaque on your side.
That's the one thing we need to do is try to get Navy Hato here.
Who? Huh? What?
Navy Hato. It's Black Pigeon Speaks on YouTube. He did a thing a couple of years back on the ones that went opaque overseas.
How many U-Hauls could a U-Haul haul if a U-Haul could haul U-Hauls?
Apparently 5 plus the trailer and itself.
Uh-huh.
So,
It'd be
yes.
more fun if another 26 trailers. That's fat phobic right there.
I'm thinking of the other one.
Oh, which apparently a prediction I made about a year ago turned out to be true.
Which is?
Planner walk.
Holy shit.
I see you too do like to live dangerously.
What the fuck?
You gotta have those perfect chairs. Oh, this is funny. Here, watch the catch.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I want to go to one of their games.
Oh, it's even. I like this. Even the umpire gets into it.
You can twerk it.
Oh, no.
Yep.
And
Still
here's
love
the
it.
thing. And here's the thing. Even though that umpire gets in on it, he still makes the right calls on the pitches.
Yep.
Okay, so maintaining professionalism while having fun.
Oh,
That's the important thing.
Yep.
Oh.
Jared, what do you think about the pitch clock?
Let's get through these and then we'll go through it.
That's a good pun.
No, you missed one. That's a
Is
it's
it?
not a corgi. It's a chihuahua at the bottom there,
Probably. Yep.
bottom left.
Yeah, it's not fluffy enough to be a corgi.
Don't corgis also have, like, no tail?
No, some of them do have a tail, but it's a stub. They have a stubby.
Ah.
Oh.
No, son. You are married.
Yeah, kind of true.
Here. There you go.
That should be a mandatory accessory.
Get clowned on.
Just don't give it to the Marines.
Yeah, they'll have too much fun with the Hong Kong.
They'll still lose to the Canadian geese.
No. You give that to a Marine. What they're going to do is they're going to take that horn off and upgrade it so it sounds like the General Lee.
Oh.
Yep.
I believe it.
And then there's just going to be one of them in the back of the squad just playing Doom.
There you go.
So do you really want to get into the whole thing with the pitch clock?
I
Do
just
you
want your opinion on it.
I both love and hate it.
Agreed.
I hate it because of how many fucked up situations have happened, and actually a couple of them resulting in ejections of a player when the umpire was entirely in the wrong the entire fucking time. For those who haven't seen it, John Boy Media a couple days ago posted a breakdown called "The Most Calm Ejection Ever," and it really was. The umpire ejected a guy because the umpire fucked up and called a pitch clock violation when it shouldn't have been called. Yeah. But I love the pitch clock at the same time because it has added a new level of gamesmanship that, as a former pitcher, I would love using it to fuck with people in the box.
Well, how about this? What do you think about the remote controls that tell the pitcher and the catcher what to throw without having to use the hand signals?
I prefer the Zach Greinke method, where this motherfucker would actually verbally call out the pitch and then throw it, and the batter still couldn't hit it. Yes, I am not kidding, people. Go
like
back.
What he's doing this season is that he's using that remote control. He's just not verbalizing it this year.
Well, so the remote control to prevent sign stealing, I don't have a problem with it because I see where it came from, and that is a logical progression to me. That does make a bit of sense. And especially when you get into how it wasn't just the Astros, everyone. It was only the Astros who got caught for it. But if they're utilizing technology just off of the dugout to see patterns and pick up on these things, then the defense has the opportunity to come up with something to help negate that. Now, if you actually watch, not every pitcher is using it. It's only maybe between 15 and 20% of your starters that are actually using the system. But here's the thing. If the starter doesn't use the system during the game, then none of the relief pitchers can use it either. It's only if the catcher is already using it for the starting pitcher, then the relief pitchers can use it. That's actually an interesting caveat to it that I agree with. But as for the pitch clock thing, is like, I see what they were trying to do to speed up the game and everything, which it has, but not as much as they were hoping.
The math and the science behind why they came up with the pitch clock, I can agree with. But the problem is they end up ejecting people, and then it takes more time to eject the person than, just letting them carry on with their pitching like they were before. That's where the delay comes from.
Yeah.
That's still keeping the games artificial. Well, I won't say artificially long, but still keeping them going longer than before. Or as long as before.
Oh, Jay, what about the manager who made the gaffe and actually had to pull his pitcher a batter or two before he wanted to? All because he forgot that the pitching coach had already made a mound visit at the beginning of the inning.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, I saw it on John Boy too, because this was from probably a week. The game was about a week ago now, maybe a little longer. But yeah, so there's one of the new rules that came in with the pitch clock was you're only allowed one mound visit per pitcher per inning. So if you go out for a second mound visit, you have to pull the pitcher. And I forget which team it was, but pitcher was in a bit of a jam. Pitching coach went out. Then he ended up getting 2 outs. Then the manager came out to talk to him, not with the intention of pulling the pitcher, but just talk to him. And the pitcher's like, well, wait, if I can stay, I want to stay. But then the ump came up as the manager was walking away, and it's like, hey, you got to take him out. This is the second time out. And you see the manager go, fuck. Just that exasperation is phenomenal. I mean, for those who are interested in the sports, not just baseball, but other sports too, John Boy is a fucking madman when it comes to lip reading. Like, he rarely gets a lip read wrong. And if he's not sure about it, he says, well, it looks like he said this, but he might have said this, and then he keeps going with the translation, and it's encouraging that kind of content that is actually going to help the popularity and viewership of the game. Because you have people watching the games now just waiting for that moment just so they can then tweet, hey, can't wait to see this on John Boy later.
What about the guy the batter that took that thought he got hit by a pitch, but the umpire called him called a strike on him or something like that? Can't remember what it was. He's lifting up his leg. Like if you look at the top down view of the batting area, you can see him lifting his leg and trying to go forward, realizing the pitch is behind him. So he's trying to lean away from getting hit, and the ball breaks on him and hits him in the thigh.
Yeah. Well, Rizzo, Anthony Rizzo has that happen to him a lot because of how close he is to the plate and his leg kick. It's just that he'll go into his motion, part of his timing mechanism, and he'll go to move one way, and the pitch will still get him. The problem is the game in those instances moves so fast that it is tough for one umpire to get that call right consistently.
Mm.
Oh,
Jared,
God damn it!
Do you really think that baseball matches take too long?
A little bit.
Because you know they've got nothing on cricket, on top class international cricket.
Oh, agreed. But here,
a 5-day match.
Well, but they're not playing constantly for those 5 days.
And they did actually introduce a rule to cap the match at 5 days, because there was a case of an England-Australian match that England had to concede because they had to go and get the bloody ship home in the days of having to go by steamship.
Yeah. Well,
they literally had to. They decided that they would cap matches at 5 days, just so they knew how long they would actually, that transport
how long to plan
other
for.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with that is, like, some people hear that and they think in terms like the way an NHL playoff game will go, where if you're tied at the end of regulation, you go into sudden death, but it's not just a 5-minute period. It's another 20-minute period. And if you're still tied at the end of that, if no one scores in that overtime period, you do it again and again and again. The longest NHL game, obviously, his playoff game was with the Penguins, and they went to, what was it, 5 overtimes? I'm trying to remember, but it was something.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Where they effectively played over 2 full games worth consecutively.
Okay, according to NHL.com, the longest game was 116 minutes 30 seconds in March 1936 between Detroit and the Montreal Maroons.
Okay, yeah.
The longest modern, like within the last 30 years,
like original 6 era and later.
Oh, that would be that then.
Well, no. So the Maroons were pre-original 6. The franchise's original 6, but the original 6 era was when it was the Red Wings, Canadians, Maple Leafs, Bruins, Blackhawks, and Rangers.
Well, anyways, the longest one this century is May 4th, 2000. Philadelphia Phillies or Philadelphia Fields. Well, Philadelphia Flyers versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, conference semifinals, 92 minutes 1 second. Winning goal was Keith Primo.
Keith Primo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
The next one. Oh fuck! For a second there, I thought I read that as 2000 again. It was 2020 in August when they delayed the playoffs.
Oh yeah, the Tampa Columbus.
Yeah. Then 2003 Anaheim versus Dallas.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to.
So how long's an ice hockey game supposed to take?
So regulation is 60 minutes.
Minus
1
the
hour.
minus
No,
the
playing
breaks
time.
between the periods. Yeah.
Playing time. So you have 3 20-minute periods with 2 20-minute intermissions between the first and second and third. So that's where hockey gets a lot of credit because regular season, game starts at 7, you're done by 9. Even with overtime, you're done inside of 2 hours. Because even the regular season overtime is a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime period. If you're still tied at that point, then they go to a shootout, which usually doesn't take much more than another 10 minutes. So you're still looking at right in that 2-hour window. And that's what baseball is trying to get back down to, because before, into the 1980s, a Major League Baseball game average time floated around the 2-hour mark for a full 9-inning game, which is where a lot of people looked at the early 2000s, the average performance of a game started by one pitcher in particularly, Mark Burley, who would work at a pace that even in the modern era, he was flirting with that 2-hour mark or under 2 hours in games that he starts. Because he would get the ball, get ready, pitch. He wouldn't play a lot of the games that just procrastinated and added time. So that's what Major League Baseball as a whole was trying to get to. Because an average, before they instituted the time clock, the average duration of a Major League Baseball game from first pitch until the final out was 3 hours. A little over 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you start the game at 7.
You're lucky if you're out by 10:30.
Yeah. And one of the things that they've played it off as is also factoring in the kids and the younger audience, and which kind of makes sense because there's a good portion of the season that is during the school year, and most games are during the week. So a lot of parents stopped taking reduced the amount of times that they're taking kids to games because of that increased amount of time. And not to mention travel to get to the game and get through into the gate beforehand and then dealing with the crowd after.
Yep. So you want to know the longest Major League Baseball playoff games? They don't do it by time. They do it by the innings, unfortunately. But
I know there was one recently that was...
Yeah, last year's American League Division playoff series between the Astros and the Mariners.
Yeah.
Tied for first for 18 innings. And then...
That's effectively 2 full games.
That is 2 full games, yes.
Yep. And they don't usually stop. They keep playing, and they have position players go out and pitch if they get down far enough. The other one that tied for first, Dodgers versus Red Sox in the 2018 World Series, 18 innings. Oh, and the Nationals versus the Giants in 2014 with 18. A fourth one, Astros when they were in the NL with versus the Braves. Then number 5, 1986 NLCS Mets Astros, 16 innings. So
Oh shit.
nearly 20 years between the previous record and the first of the 18 innings games. Wow.
Oh no, so I just pulled up the list of longest, and so we're not going to count the dead ball era of the longest game, which was in 1920.
Oh, yeah.
26 innings.
Oh, Jesus.
3 games.
26 innings between the Brooklyn Robins, the predecessor to the Dodgers, and the Boston Braves. So, yes, the Braves used to be in Boston. 26 innings. Take a guess on how long in actual time it took.
Probably a whole day.
Nope. 3 hours, 50 minutes.
Oh,
And at one point,
grueling.
and at one point, there was fear that a 9-inning game would take that long.
No.
We were almost there. But so here's the kicker. The second longest game, there's actually a tie. Once in 1984 and the other time in 1974. Just under a decade exactly. May 84 to September 74. 25 innings.
Oh.
Between the Chicago White Sox and then American League Milwaukee Brewers. And the other game in 74 between the Cardinals and the Mets.
Absolutely grueling matches.
Then after that, yeah, we're at 24 innings in 68. And
All
again
this talk
in
about baseball makes me
45.
want to go to a game now.
Yeah. There have only been 8 major league games of 23 innings or longer, while there have been 9 at 22 innings.
Oh.
2008 between the Rockies and Padres, 93 between the Twins and Indians, 89 between the Dodgers and Expos, 89 again between the Astros and the Dodgers. Holy fuck, the Dodgers were part of 2 of them?
The Dodgers are just going.
Oh, okay, so June 3rd, 89, the Dodgers versus Astros, 22 innings. August 89 against the Expos.
Oh, just months apart.
Then 72, Brewers and Twins. 67, the then Washington Senators against the White Sox. Which, who are the Senators now? You wished should know that one.
Do you?
Come on. Anyone know who the Washington Senators became?
Is this one of those recent changes? Because people have
Texas Rangers.
Oh, so they went all the way south.
Yep. Actually, no. They became the Twins.
Oh, the Twins. I thought they became the Rangers.
What?
No, no, that actually doesn't surprise me with the first stadium being the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Him being I think, vice president or senator at the time that they're doing. So, remember that old show on Discovery? I think it was, or no, it was on Fox Sports, Sports Science. Jared,
Oh yeah.
baseball versus cricket.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So the Senators. This is where you were going, Jay. So the original Washington Senators became the Twins. That happened in 1960. Guess what happened in 1961? A new franchise named the Washington Senators came into existence and existed for 10 years, and then they became the Texas Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Map of all baseball, or no, all MLB teams moving. Let's see if we can get a map of the history of teams. Oh, a list of defunct or relocated. I can trust Wikipedia. They're a great source, right?
As long as the references they have at the bottom are good.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to zoom in a bit. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, they're including the original National League when it folded.
Yep.
So there have been 3 instances of the Washington Senators that have failed.
And 2 instances of the Orioles, at least. Indianapolis Hoosiers.
Yeah, that was part of the Federal League.
Yep.
Here we go. So Boston Braves became the Milwaukee, then Atlanta Braves.
Yep. St. Louis Browns. I don't know why the difference in the Orioles.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Probably a temporary deactivation.
Okay, current status.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there might be missing interim changes. So like the Philadelphia Athletics went to Kansas City, they were there for a few years and then went to Oakland, and now they're probably going to be in Vegas. Yeah, so there's the second iteration of the Washington Senators that became the Twins.
Yep. The Milwaukee Braves, Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
Kansas City Athletics, Oakland. The Seattle Pilots. Do you remember them?
I'm known about the throwbacks that they've used for them.
Yep.
Weren't they only in the league a year? They
Yeah,
did one season and then moved to Milwaukee.
Yep.
Then the second iteration of the Washington Senators.
And then the Expos.
Turned into the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do the. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nice.
And you know, some of the Negro League teams actually had some damn good logos for their time.
Let's see what. Oh, I know another good one. Hold on. Stop presenting.
What you're looking for, trying to pull up the All the logos of them.
No. This will be a fun one to go over, Jared. I think you'll like it.
Oh, the NHL ones, yeah. Yep. Although they have this one laid out in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
And yeah, for those who are hockey fans, you're going to see some names pop up a couple of times. Like the Ottawa Senators there.
Yep. Golden Seals.
Oh, that color scheme, though.
The Colorado Rockies. I
The
remember those.
original, yes. Which actually, that was something that when the Quebec Nordiques were moving to Denver, they were actually at one point going to try to be named the Colorado Rockies, except one thing got in the way.
Major League Baseball.
Yep, who just what was it, a year earlier had announced that Denver was going to get an expansion team, and they already took the Rockies name.
Yep. But
Damn.
you have to admit, though, the spin-off of this logo into the Avalanche logo, the original one, was pretty smart by the marketing team who did it, you know?
Yeah, the Avalanche logo actually is one of the better, newer logos out there, and they haven't really changed it much since. Oh, the Whalers. It was actually one of their games. It was the first NHL game I ever went to.
We're whalers on the moon.
I've never been to an NHL game.
Oh, you need to go.
I want to. I just didn't have any money for the first couple seasons of the
Oh, the Kraken.
Kraken.
I mean, I gotta
the
expect
problem
that
is
they're still a hot ticket to come by.
Oh yeah.
Not-
Well, the problem is also the fact that if I were to go, I would want it to be a Colorado Avalanche game. So at which point, which jersey do I wear? Because I can't afford to buy the mixed jersey.
Ooh, see, that is a tough one. Well, so here's the thing. When I went to my first NHL game, it was in Hartford at the Civic Center, not the XL Center. It's the fucking Hartford Civic Center. It was the last year of the Whalers existing as the Whalers.
Yeah.
It was Detroit's last visit to Hartford. And guess what other just cherry on the top? Brendan Shanahan was a new addition to the Red Wings and
yeah.
was most recently on the Whalers before being in Detroit. So you have my oldest brother and I in the stands, Detroit fans. And the place was pretty freaking empty. I mean, the Whalers were not that competitive of a team. So I can understand why their attendance was down and why they relocated. But that color scheme in the logos is just classic. The next NHL game that I ended up at, Bruins, Red Wings, in the Garden, fucking nosebleeds. Like, there was one row of seats behind me before the back wall of the arena.
The Garden, like as in Madison Square.
No.
Oh.
Boston Garden.
Oh. Yeah, that didn't
And
exactly have the best seats either.
Yeah. And this wasn't the old Garden. This is the new TD Garden, which they didn't make the seating much better.
Yeah.
But here's the frustrating bit with ticket prices to a sporting event in Boston. Face value of the tickets for that game was $75. Actually paid $95.
Yeah.
the Red Sox. One year I got tickets for one of my other brothers and I to go to a game there, and we were in the right field corner. We weren't at the section right at the corner with pesky pole. We were actually at the curve of the fence, so we were the second section up.
Okay,
And we were right at the wall. Face value of those tickets, $90. Actual price, $140.
Ooh.
That same year, I'm on a work trip out in St. Louis. Same day, I get tickets to go to damn near the same section in the new Busch Stadium. Take a guess how much?
Probably 200.
Nope. Go the other way.
90?
Keep going.
70?
Keep going.
50?
Keep going.
$23.95.
35. Face value and actual price.
Wow.
I ended up going 2 nights in a row.
Jared, this is somebody's thoughts on NHL expansion teams. Portland.
No.
I don't see them. This, like it says, they have strong support for their minor league hockey team, but I don't think they would be able to do it with a with an actual full-on National Hockey League team.
And even then, Vancouver didn't want Seattle that close, let alone a second franchise.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they're going to put another team on the West Coast in the Western Conference, scroll up a little just to take a look at the map. The city that I would target, San Jose would not be happy with, but look at San Francisco. Look at the Bay Area. Or even go to Sacramento.
I think you'd have better look at Sacramento, but I don't think they would want that. I actually think that they should go to I'd hate to say it, a smaller big city like Boise, kind of split the gap between Seattle and Colorado, and the triangle that this creates right here.
Yeah, well, keep in mind,
you're not too far from the major cities of Montana.
Yeah.
People in Oregon would go. People in Utah would go. Or you could put it in Salt Lake. I mean,
yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I think Salt Lake was actually already floated as a potential, an outlier for the relocation of the Coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah, Milwaukee, they're saying, Kansas City.
Kansas City, I could see.
Yeah.
It's not going
Quebec
back to
City.
It's not going back to Quebec City for one main reason, and that's because the East Coast. Same with Hamilton. They're not going to put another team in the East. Houston is an interesting one.
Yeah, pull up the map again. Because all you have is Dallas in the area. Put it Houston or San Antonio.
Well, and that's where before expansion and adding another team, the NHL governors, the owners group, it has to deal with the Coyotes. They have to.
Yeah, I think moving them up to Salt Lake would probably be the better option. Or I guess you could put them in Houston or San Antonio from that point. Kansas City.
You have a built-in rivalry with the Blues, seeing as how the last couple expansion teams have actually been good out of the gate.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, looking at the map, Houston has to be in play, Salt Lake, and if you're going to go all the way on the West Coast, Portland, Oregon does not make any sense to me, but going down towards Sacramento or San Fran, that makes sense.
I think Sacramento makes more sense, but...
Well, I'm looking at it mainly because how many people really want to go to San Jose?
Well, I mean, how many people want to go to California, period, anymore. But
You know, a place I'd be willing to visit. Don't want to fucking live there. I like lower tax implications, but that's comes with other issues.
what the hell?
What you
The
find
hell am I
now?
looking? Something from Reddit, and I just don't. I don't know how to feel about it.
Uh-oh.
Well, bring it to public attention. Maybe
I
we
am.
can help process it.
You're not gonna be able to process it, Jared.
The
Um,
fuck?
uh,
Wait a minute. Wait. Who the fuck did this?
I have no clue. I just clicked
why,
the image.
why
Hang on.
is the Appalachian Alaska?
Hang
Anchorage.
on.
Why?
So here's the thing. Some of these are actually right.
Huh?
Boston, the Islanders, the Maple Leafs, and the Red Wings are actually, well, and Dallas, and the Panthers. Those are actually in the right, oh, and the Kings, the LA Kings. Those are all in the actual right spots.
New Jersey and the Rangers are in the right. Pittsburgh, not so much.
Nope. Buffalo, not so
Buffalo.
much.
Yep. But what it is I think this is their. If I scroll down here, this is a realignment thing.
Ooh. Oh, and this was before the Kraken were a thing.
Yeah. I think this was meant to be the Kraken.
Yeah. So St. Louis, Rome. Oh, and they were relocating them.
Yeah.
So this wasn't just realignment. This was relocation.
I like the Philly Flyers. Yeah. I don't like the renaming of them as the Dallas Dynamos.
Oh, I do. Fuck the Stars. If you want to be the Stars, stay in Minnesota.
No. If they're gonna be Dallas and not be the Stars, it's the Dallas douchebags.
That works for me.
I like the Canadians rehashing of the logo. The Houston Cowboys.
That could work. But
Nebraska
wait.
musical notes.
Well, what about moving Columbus to San Diego? Now you could keep.
Yeah.
You'd have to change the flag in it because if they're not in Ohio, you need to get rid of that part of it. But you could keep the Star Spangled Banner in that manner. But here's a question: other than the Padres, what team has actually been successful in San Diego?
Yeah.
San Francisco Foxes, and you keep the Coyote logo. Okay, that could work.
Yeah.
They're fairly
What
similar.
about the Brooklyn Boomerangs?
This must have been someone having a fever dream and just looking at the logos and trying to.
No, I know
just
exactly what this
rearrange
is.
it.
I know exactly what this is, Jared. This is somebody who looked at Red's face and can no longer perceive reality.
Nice. Yeah, because how do you look at the Penguins logo and think Washington Panthers?
Yes.
Colorado Fighters. Oh, think about the travel nightmare of having to do a road trip up to Alaska.
Yeah, no.
It's only 1 hour for us from here, but
Oh yeah, for you.
Austin, that's a 4 hour. That's a 4 hour time difference with a 8 hour flight.
Yeah,
No,
fuck that
no,
shit.
No.
I'm sorry. It's like a 3 hour flight from Seattle to Anchorage.
Yeah, there's no reason
So
to have anything out
6
there.
hours. So a 9-hour flight from Boston if you do it direct.
Yeah. Wow. Hang on. Where the hell did they put the? Oh, and they renamed the Predators the Tigers. I guess that could work.
Yeah.
Also, there's a second Sharks team,
The Seattle Sharks and
the
the
Chicago
Chicago
Sharks.
Sharks. Yeah. Well, why don't they call what most people from Chicago are? Just call them the Chicago Whale.
Vancouver Lightning Bolts. Nah, Vancouver Thunder. That has a bit of a better ring to it.
That was pretty.
How the hell did you find that?
I just did a search of map of all NHL teams moving. I basically swapped out MLB or whatever we were talking about before teams moving,
Mm-hmm.
and then clicked images to look at maps.
That would do it.
Like some of them, they have like the fan base map, where it's like, okay, this is how far the fan base stretches, based upon sales or whatever.
Ooh, that could be dangerous, Rodent. He wants a sports team to use the Predator as their mascot.
Mhm.
Well, if they do that, it's got to be a team either in Orlando or Anaheim because we know they love doing teams with movie tie-ins. Yes, everyone, the Mighty Ducks movie came out before the NHL team.
Yep. And it was because of
But
it was because
Disney's team, and for some reason, Disney has a team in something.
Disney has a lot of teams and a lot of things.
Yeah, no idea why, since they're not a state or any kind of province, really, nor should they be.
Movie.
Well, most teams are owned by private entities, right?
Yeah, but the Mighty Ducks isn't Mighty Ducks the only one that is
That started as a fictional team and became real. Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
But
okay?
But here's the question with the ownership stake. What team is publicly owned that is not the Green Bay Packers?
Oh, hold on just a second. I will Google through that, and everybody else can put their.
Because none are coming to mind to me, because it is actually a big bragging point of fans of Green Bay that the owners of the team are the shareholders, which the shareholders are all fans of the team. So
Okay, so I am going with Wikipedia here, just because it's a easy to reference.
mhm.
They have association football. All association football clubs in Argentina are owned by their members.
Yeah, we're talking real sports stuff.
Austria's, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the German here, is a fandom club. Here, I'll share with everybody. Ever since switching to Firefox, even though I have an extra step in selecting my window, it actually makes it nicer.
Punskau Saffelden.
Yeah, my German hasn't progressed that far yet to trying to pronounce things, especially without umlauts and everything.
Austria Salzburg, yeah.
So, let's go baseball. No current team? No, okay. International. Nope, nothing. Futsal?
Yep.
Green Bay Packers.
Canadian football. Okay, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, and Winnipeg.
Ice hockey. Nope.
Major
So in the
juniors. Yeah.
So in the
In the
major US teams, that's only
well, let's call it the big four: MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL. It's only
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Yeah, and of course, when you get into association football, which,
It makes sense actually.
yeah,
So
Well, I just saw my local association football club scroll past there. I
Which
think
one?
that's actually Norwich City. I thought I
It's-
saw.
no, there was Northwich.
hold
Ah,
on. I might have, oh, here we go.
Norwich City, yeah, the Canaries.
yeah, the Norwich City. Norwich City, you're so shitty. I have never been and watched a game of. Oh no, I tell a lie. I have now actually seen professional football matches
In
because
person?
in person. So I tell you how bad it is. I have actually been on the field of play at an FA Cup match,
Really? How would you manage
and I
that
hate
one?
football. I hate football because I was the editor of the match day program and official photographer for my local club, and they're in the absolute bottom end of professional football, in that the players get paid an appearance fee, and they were playing in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup, which is officially an FA Cup match. But yeah, it was like it was at the local town ground, which does hold the distinction of being the oldest wooden grandstand in the British Football League. Again, way down in the bottom tier of part-timers that get paid an appearance fee.
So instead of a salary contract and price per game, it's just, okay, if we put you on the roster and you're there for a game, you get this?
Yeah, exactly. Because they're all part-time. Yeah, they've all got actual real jobs. Or in case of one of the players or in the case of one of the players on the first team, we're still in high school, and that's
Really?
British high school. That is British high school that you leave at the age of 16.
So either really stupid or really good?
Pretty good.
Okay.
We're talking association football, not rugby. He was a forward. He was fast.
Ah,
He had
okay.
skill with the ball. You know, you don't have to be. Remember, association football. You don't have to be big and strong and tough. You know, it's like field hockey. You know, it helps if you're big and strong and tough, but you don't have to be.
But if you're a pint-sized puck, you can still get away with it.
Yeah, and of course, if you're in the Norfolk and Suffolk Air Cadet team, and other members of other teams have been effectively bullying you because you're not the smallest member of the team, you can for field hockey, you can still break the girl's kneecap really badly by firing the ball at very high speed into her kneecap. To the point they had to call out the air ambulance to take her to the bloody hospital because they couldn't get the ambulance close enough.
Oof.
That was my daughter. Cause, you know, let's not F about.
Baseball and cricket is a weird combination to bandy about. There's an interesting game. Fucking bandy.
The fuck is Bandy?
Oh. So, Bandy is. Oh, where is it from?
Bandy?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Background, where is it from? Because it has made an appearance in. Well, so it was first played in England.
Are you talking about? Is it like a hockey field hockey type thing with a ball?
Yes.
I got it right here on Wikipedia.
Yes. So
They use a
go,
picture from the Swedish Championship.
Oh, it's a hockey variant.
kind of. Except instead of it being a 200-meter long sheet of ice, it's as big as a soccer field.
Oh no.
90 to 110 meters by 45 to 65 meters.
And instead of 5 skaters on the ice and a goalie, it's 11.
So it's basically frozen football.
Except you're using.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, winter football.
Except you. Well, that was hockey to begin with. But the bandy.
Football's a winter game here.
Wait, American football or football?
Football is a winter game,
Well,
as is rugby.
But you don't get any fucking snow.
Yeah, exactly. That's why bandy isn't really a particularly popular sport in this country. We don't have any surfaces to play it on.
No. But go over to Sweden and you do.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant as a sport in the UK. You know.
I know. I just saw that though. It was recognized by the IOC as a sport.
And they actually put bandy on a postage stamp for Kazakhstan back in 2014. Which actually will show you one of the differences. So in regular ice hockey, you tend to keep your hands separated on the stick. Not in bandy.
Oh, Jesus. That is a wind-up.
Yep.
Oh.
And
ball.
And
okay.
you're supposed to keep the ball low intentionally. You can deflect it high, but you are not supposed to shoot it high. Yeah, it's like a mix of hockey and soccer.
Well, it looks like a mix of hockey, soccer, and field hockey with the ball and the stick right. shape, you know. So it's ice hockey, soccer/field hockey, field hockey.
Although, of course, in field hockey, you're not allowed to bring the stick above waist level.
Yeah.
And the sticks are quite a lot shorter than that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That sure as
So-
hell looked like it would be fun.
It does.
I think I found me a new sport to watch.
But I don't know if I would have the stamina to be on that big of a sheet of ice.
The hell?
Oh, yeah, the goalies don't have a stick.
Oh no.
The standard formations, okay.
A lot like soccer or, as Alan would say, football.
Yeah, association. As against rugby. Although I prefer rugby, to be honest. If I've got to watch something, I'd rather watch rugby than football.
Yeah, you need something with action going on to it.
And plenty of violence.
Jesus.
Yeah, it looks like it could be fun to play though.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. We do have our own bandy federation. Or bandy.
Oh. Shit.
But the question is, where...
Of course, the Germans do too.
Bandy. Oh, so there is a version of bandy played inside on a regular ice hockey size.
Is that called hockey?
No. So it's bandy just with fewer players and played indoors.
Oh, so bandy light. Okay.
Pretty much. It was apparently it was done as a way of practicing in the summer.
She's taking one to the face there. A gap in the tooth.
Oh. Oh no.
Cal, don't get your hopes up. She doesn't need to floss.
Oh no. Tell that the fucking crew.
Yeah. That is quite a sport.
Find out what's harder to... Oh. You know, that was actually a good question. And honestly, I don't think I could say that either one was harder or easier than the other. Because baseball, you do have a limited plane that the pitch is going to be coming through.
Yeah.
But cricket, you don't have to swing as quick, but you're dealing with the ball skipping off the ground.
From personal experience of playing softball and cricket for myself, it's a hell of a lot easier to hit a bloody cricket ball with a cricket bat than it is to hit a softball with a stick.
Slow pitch or fast pitch softball?
Sorry?
Slow pitch or fast pitch? High arc or no arc?
Slow pitch. We're British. We we might call it softball, but we played it more like rounders.
No,
Okay.
what he's saying is that he played traditional U.S. softball, which is you hit a single, you drink a beer. You hit a double,
Beer
you
in a
chug two
bag.
beers. Yep,
You have to
No.
finish the beer at each bag before you can move on.
yep.
Right. We were not allowed to imbibe alcohol while playing because we were playing while we were at work while I was in the military. We had a permanent NATO exchange officer as OC3 squadron. And
Wait, you mean I
to make
wasn't
them-
supposed to be drinking on the field?
to
Active duty.
to make the major feel at home, we played softball instead of cricket in the summer. We had my squadron boss was a major in the US Air Force as a permanent exchange posting. And we would play literally while we were working. So, you know, when you're sticking your hand in valve-based radars, alcohol consumption is not really recommended.
It just makes the shock go through you quicker. I mean, if it's in you for a shorter amount of time, that means you get hurt less, right?
Yeah, you don't want to be sticking your fingers in and getting it wrong. Not like one of my oppos did on a day shift before I had to go in for a night shift. When I met him when I was actually having a beer before going to work, and he walked into the naffy to do the handover in the naffy before I drove from where we were accommodated to where we worked. He walks in and he's got his hands wrapped in the large white comedy bandages.
Oh, he touched the shiny golden part of the variac, didn't he?
No, he did worse than that. He opened the door at the front of the EHT rack. Big interlock lever you have to lift up that grounds everything so you can open the door. Round the back, 6 screws. You can swing the doors open with the thing at full chat. Full chat being 12 kV at 6 amps.
Ouch.
DC with less than 500 millivolts ripple.
Ooh, that was a lovely. That was a lovely DC source.
Yeah. Now I don't know whether he had it wound up. Yeah, whether whether he tried winding it up or whether he just had it at the minimum, which was sort of like 2.5 kV. But he opened the back and he's got his hand. He's holding the door still, instead of putting his hand back in his pocket.
Oh, that's what he did.
And he's taken his other hand out of his pocket while he's still holding the door. I'm going, oh, there's the prop. At which point it went bang, and he had to go to the hospital for the burns.
Yeah, air gaps are a thing.
He didn't even touch it, of course.
Yeah, no, well, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is when you get enough charge built up, you don't have to make contact. You just have to be close enough, and it will jump the air gap.
The biggest problem being, because of the fault that was on, the point that was charged up was a very, very fine point, and he stuck his bloody finger at it. One finger. So that kind of encourages the jump even more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But first thing I had to do on arriving at work, remove the remains of the skin of his hand from the door.
From the door.
Because, you know, yeah, his right hand was really badly burnt. His left hand wasn't too bad, but he still had the same big bandage on his left hand from where it had gone in. But I mean, look on the bright side. When that got turned into a pulse and arrived at the power klystron, minus 110 kV at 100 amps.
Good night, Burns.
Night, Burns.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of need to go as well because it's now the weather outside is now very suitable for me to go and take photographs, even though it is still like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I shall bid you all adieu, and
But you have fun with that,
go
Alan.
play.
Night, Alan.
Good night.
Night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I don't know what you find now.
Steve, citing Forbes, quote, 26 billion. That's how much the marketing capitalization Anheuser-Busch has lost over the last 2 months, end quote. Anyone who didn't, and then Steve puts the link, and then he says, anyone who did not see this coming or didn't predict massive losses shouldn't ever be in charge of a major business decisions. This was inevitable.
Yeah.
Very funny about this is Bud Light can't even give away their beer for free. And they tried for at least 2 weeks. They are giving away beer at a cost because it costs money to hold it on the shelves. And it's cost them so much money to where the stores are basically just throwing it out in favor of other products that will actually sell.
And who says capitalism doesn't work?
Clearly armchair communists, but their opinions are irrelevant.
Which I haven't run into any of those lately. I think some of them have realized that, yeah, you don't want to try to argue some of those things with a history buff.
Yeah. It's almost as if they're starting to wake up from their delusions.
Oh no, they just run away from those who challenge their delusions.
Yes, running back to their little echo chambers full of fellow inferiors.
If I hadn't read this, I would have almost thought this was a bench being out on a beach.
Oh.
Yeah. Woman walking on California beach finds ancient mastodon tooth.
Oh.
Ooh.
If I hadn't read that or the description was around it, you could see that as a bench almost.
Yeah.
Like a 2-seat bench.
But no,
meant for a homeless not to sleep on.
That's actually 3 teeth, isn't it?
Oh, wait. Scroll up. Scroll back down. Win projections for the NFC East.
Oh, God. You sit here for 3.5 minutes.
I'm going to predict that the Cowboys are going to win 10 games, make it into the playoffs, and then get pantsed. Oh, shit. I wasn't far off. Come on. Let's see that chart. There we go. So they had Dallas at 9.6, Philadelphia at 11. Yeah, I could see that. I think they're overestimating the Giants, though.
Well, they figure with all the kerfuffle with the Commanders, that's probably why they're giving them a slight edge.
Well, no, I could see the Commanders being maybe even only a 5-win team. But 8 wins for the Giants? Has anyone seen that movie besides me?
What movie is it?
Look Who's Back.
I have not seen it. I'll have to
It is a German language movie. It is on
Oh,
F
perfect.
movies, and it is fucking hilarious.
We need to watch that sometime.
I watched it with Gayo a couple months ago now. Here's the premise of the movie. I'm not going to spoil it, but here's the premise of the movie. What if instead of dying in his bunker when the Russians got to Berlin, Hitler was instead transported in time to the modern day?
Oh no. Oh. Where
And
everything else is exactly the same except for the fact that he just up and disappears.
and he's back. It is hilarious and frightening.
Is it
And
Slim
enlightening.
Shady that comes back?
No.
Wait.
Do we have to tell a friend?
I am wondering what copyright he got struck for
No.
for that.
No. Oh, yeah.
For an interview with Gad Sad, I could. His issue is this one. Apparently, this one went yellow.
How do you copyright an interview?
No. It's yeah. Unless there is something in the interview that is played, kind of like what I have playing on in the background, and that is loud enough or audible enough to get flagged, that could happen.
What's the ACC summit?
Do we really want to know?
Actually, I kind of do. Oh well, I'll look it up later.
Yeah, because we're about at that time tonight. I'm gonna find a good one to end it on, to let people hear.
Oh, hold on.
You to talk.
So it's another new day with another opportunity to say I love yous. You only loves me because I have the bacons in my hands. Yummer bacons.
Yes. Yes, it's all about the bacons.
Yeah, we're bacons.
And speaking of bacon, if you guys haven't seen, I did post a short in the Discord, where the appropriate amount of bacon has been procured.
All the bacon?
Not all the bacon, only 10 pounds of it, but it's enough for 2 days.
Okay, close enough. That's a good
It's at
start.
least 2 BLT sandwiches if you're making them right.
At least 2.
Yeah, it's a good start.
BLBTB sandwich.
But with that, it's getting late. I'm fucking toasty and not in a good way. So yeah, white boy forgot that sunscreen should be a thing that I have on me more often.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I know the feeling a little too well. Second-degree burns are a bitch.
Oh, YouTube reverses misinformation policy, allowing U.S. election denialism.
Yeah, Arch
Sounds
was talking
like
about that earlier.
Sounds like something shifty has been going on after all.
Well, no, there are caveats to it.
Yeah, they're going to be.
But
That's what it sounds like.
Well, but now it's not a blanket. You're a bad boy for questioning the authenticity of it.
Oh, it's looking shut.
Now, the question is, will they revoke all of those bans?
Oh, of course not.
Of
No,
course
they
not.
won't.
Why would they?
Because that would be what you call honest. And we know they don't do things honestly.
Of
Just
course
like
not.
just like there are people out there who are celebrating weight loss goals and achievements and celebrating the decision of one big corporation siding with the person with more of a followership that actually brings them revenue as opposed to a smaller channel that doesn't generate the revenue and trying to treat that as a win. I mean, it's not like there are disingenuous people out there who try to manipulate their fan bases and the people that are financially supporting them because, well, it's all about me. 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 No, that would never happen.
No, of course not, because honesty hasn't been invented yet. Or rather, true honesty has never been tried before.
And integrity is just the name of a farm outside of South Park, Colorado. Good night, everybody.